Hello, Bianca. How are you going with the unit at the moment?
Hi Tess, how you going?
I'm going well. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to log in tonight.
That's okay. I'll just quickly let you know that I am at work, so if I do have to duck off, I'll just put it in the chat that I'll be right back.
Okay,
But
Bianca.
no,
What?
It
How
took me
how are you
it took me a
going?
few weeks. It did take me a few weeks to actually wrap my head around the concept of what narrative therapy was about, but I think I'm getting there. I've got a few
Oh,
extra readings
okay.
that I've bought,
Right.
um, which I'm trying to motor through as well.
Okay. Great. Are you
But no, apart
keeping
from that.
are you keeping up to date with the readings?
With our weekly readings.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm
good.
not doing too bad there. Skim reading majority of it because there's so much, especially this week. There were so
Yeah.
many readings this week.
Yeah. I know. I know. Yeah. But that's good that you're keeping up with it, Bianca.
I'm trying to, thank you.
Okay. And how are you going, Gregory?
Good, thank you. I'm slowly getting my head around it and not keeping up with the readings, unfortunately, but
You,
trying to
you,
do what I can. Yeah,
Are you finding the readings taking a bit too long? Do you?
yeah, I'm a very slow reader. I have a bad
Right.
habit of reading every word.
Oh, yeah, I'm like that
I have to
too.
learn to skim, but
Yeah,
I'm not a
I'm
very
I'm
good skimmer.
I'm a slow reader as well. But
Yeah,
are you enjoying the unit?
I really quite enjoyed actually. I particularly enjoyed the couple of videos that you've put up on the class there.
Oh, good. Oh, that's
So I think I
great.
got more of an idea from those than I did from from the readings. But
Okay.
obviously need to do a lot more research to do the assignment.
Right. Yeah. Well, you've got a few weeks yet before the assignment's due.
Well, I have noticed that the weeks skim by like nothing on earth. It's
I
unbelievable.
know. I know. It's now week 5, isn't it?
I know. But anyway, we'll just do what we can. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great, Greg. Graham, how are you going? Can you hear me?
Um, I can hear you. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I can. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can
Yep.
see you and
Yep.
hear
That's good.
you.
Yeah, I'm going well. Yep, getting through it. This week's research sort of topic was thrown a little bit.
Why is that?
Just with what's got to be done.
Right.
I've enjoyed the narrative therapy and with all the topics so far, I find that very interesting. I like
Oh,
them.
good. So you're enjoying narrative therapy, are you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, yeah. I have come across it before, but not sort of the in depth as what we're sort of covering now. So I do like the concepts and theories behind it.
It's quite a complex theory, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, but it all makes sense.
Oh, good. That's great.
So far.
Jeanette, how are you going with it?
I'm loving it, actually. I love narrative therapy. I actually practiced a little bit on it with my grandson yesterday. So he's been doing a
Oh,
lot of
wow.
at school and with his mother. So yeah, and I was really pleasantly surprised how effective it was and how it changed his whole thinking in a matter of half an hour,
Wow.
just by a few externalizing questions and getting him to think outside of what the problem was. And yeah.
Oh, okay. That sounds great. How old is your grandson?
He's 15.
Okay, okay. And it made sense to him, the externalizing conversations.
Yes, I didn't actually tell him what I was doing. We have a very good relationship in that I'm probably the only person he speaks respectfully and honestly with.
Right,
So
okay.
I'm very, how can I put it? I'm not as intense as his parents, put it that way.
Right.
So I'm a little bit more casual, and I actually allowed him to talk a lot more where they actually usually talk at him or over him or about
Okay.
him. And, yeah. So he
That-
was really, really surprised. I thought of the question all the way down because I was driving him down to his father's, and I was thinking,
Right.
what is the first question I'm going to ask? And I remembered that one with White. I know Epstein it was, about what was the first question to actually ask. And my first question was, well, you know, I talked about the fact that kids are usually spoken about or spoken over.
Right.
I want to know what do you think about the situation? And he was stunned for about 10 seconds.
Wow.
I don't think anybody's ever asked him that before. He got in the
Wow.
car and just looked at me for about 10 seconds and he went,
Oh, gosh.
well, I don't know where to start, Grandjay. And I went, well,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. That sounds great, Jeanette.
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm pleased to hear that. Okay, let's get back to you, Bianca. Would you like to discuss can you hear me, Bianca? You still here?
I can. Yep. I can hear you.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to ask about the assignment? The first assignment?
Not really. I've started.
Right. Good.
Well, see, I started this unit last term, but unfortunately, due to circumstances, I had to drop it. I couldn't
Right.
keep up.
Right. Okay.
But I don't actually really have any questions as so far. My main question would just be the layout. Like, can we just use the headings of, like role of the client as a heading and then jot down our things under that?
Yep, you can use headings. That's fine.
Okay.
Fine method of presentation.
Oh, well, that's my question.
Is that the only one, Bianca?
For now, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, maybe some more will come up.
Yeah, once I hear everyone else's, maybe something will tick.
Okay. Gregory.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bianca. Gregory, have you got any things that you want to say about the unit or the questions for the assignment?
Well, yes, I guess I do have a couple of questions around the assignments.
Right.
One of them is the assumptions about change.
Right.
I can think of a general answer to that, but because narrative therapy is kind of unstructured and undirected,
right.
You're not actually heading towards something that's a change, and somehow the change just kind of happens, like it did with Sebastian in the video.
Yeah,
so I guess that's one question I have.
Does anyone else have any ideas for Gregory on the assumptions about change? Jeanette, do you?
I know that the client is the expert in their life. I guess it is. Hello?
Are you still there, Gregory?
Yeah, I'm still here, yes.
Great.
So did you hear what I actually said, Tess?
That you're wondering about the assumptions of change.
Yes, and the assumption that I think the generalization is that the client, or whatever you want to call them, not really a client, but is the expert in their own life.
That's right. They are the expert.
But you've got to kind of, because the therapy is not really structured, you just have to trust in the process.
Yes, you do.
And that'll bring around the change.
The assumptions about change come about with the alternative stories. You know how, Jeanette, did you have something to say?
Yes, I was going to say, wouldn't it be the assumptions would be about the externalization and the fact that when you actually take it outside of the person, so you're not internalizing it, that you can actually find some unique outcomes to assist them in actually getting alternative stories. Wouldn't that be I'm only just looking at this for the first time now. I'm sorry, I've been swamped this week.
No, that's great, Jeanette. Does that make sense to you, Gregory?
Yeah, with the telling of the story, I can't sort of see the difference between narrative therapy and other therapies which just discuss the problem or the issue anyway.
Right.
I'm not quite sure why so much emphasis is on the story, and I suspect that this all came out of cultural anthropology, and where storytelling is a very big part of the culture of the communities.
That's right.
Is that where it sprung from?
It is. Cultural anthropology and political influences are where it's the idea of the alternative story has come from.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then the other question I had was around the evidence for its effectiveness. And I noticed in the class notes that it said that a lot of the evidence is anecdotal.
That's right.
And it also was met with a lot of hostility by other therapies, I suppose, other practitioners, a little bit like positive psychology.
That's right.
Met the opposition. What was I going to say about that? My mind's gone blank now. So the anecdotal evidence is, like, I haven't really looked into all of the evidence yet. I think that was on this week's task that I haven't actually done that.
That's right. That's this week's task.
Okay, so I guess I'll just have to research that a bit more. It did say anecdotal.
Basically, you need to research the electronic databases for the effectiveness of narrative therapy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do
Can
the
I just
research.
ask you where amongst all the other therapies, is it considered on level playing field with all of the other therapy approaches?
It is, but it's a new therapy, and therefore it doesn't have a lot of research evidence as the basis for it. Like it only came about in the late 80s, early 1990s. So
basically,
go on.
The evidence has to come from more research. There must be enough evidence there for it to be accepted in so much.
That's right. That's right, Gregory. Absolutely.
Okay. Can you tell me if it's accepted by sort of more formal people, like within Medicare, for instance? Is it accepted? Do people able to get rebates and insurance and that sort of thing?
No.
Using narrative therapy?
No, they're not.
They don't.
No.
Right.
No. It's not a scientific therapy. It doesn't have the research base that cognitive behaviour therapy has.
Right. So you would be basically looking at having private kind of clients, sort of thing.
Absolutely, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, go on, Jeanette. Yeah.
Like the ACA and other organisations actually have agreements with a lot of the health funds for counsellors. And I don't think it defines what type of therapy you use, so long as you are a registered counsellor and get connected to certain health funds, then So that's my understanding of it.
Yeah.
And my understanding of it too is once you get a master's in counselling, you can actually get the Medicare rebate, and it doesn't specify what type of therapy that you use. It's just a matter of the fact that you have a master's and you are practicing. That's my understanding anyway.
I don't think the odds are very good of me getting
Can I just add too though, Greg, you know how you were talking before about storytelling? I think assumptions about change, that you're concentrating too much upon the fact that it's a narrative story. To me, that the storytelling is just the basis from which it's working. you're getting them to talk about their lives and talk about their story. So that's the base of what it is. So the assumptions, I think you've got to go past that, like the externalizing questions and the assumptions that if you do that, that it is going to show them unique outcomes. It is going to show them the ability that it's not internalized, it's not a part of them, and that they can change. They can actually rewrite their narrative story. So I think you're getting bogged down in the fact that it's a narrative story.
Well, there's such a huge emphasis on it in the start of the course that I guess I did put too much emphasis on it.
Well, I don't know. That's just my assumption, Tess.
Jeanette, I agree with you that any as a practitioner and be able to claim Medicare benefits for being a counsellor, that is a narrative therapy counsellor as well as any other sort of counsellor that the ACA recommends. So I agree with you there, Jeanette. So Gregory, to answer your question, you can claim it on Medicare, even though there's not a lot of research evidence base for narrative therapy.
Okay, understood.
You can only do Medicare if you have a master's, but all counsellors through the ACA have certain health funds that are actually on board and certain organisations that are on board with it for a counsellor.
Thanks, Jeanette. That's great.
No problem.
Graham, how are you going with the assignment?
A counsellor would not necessarily just only specialise in narrative therapy. They would have a combination of different therapies and so forth.
Yes, that's right. A counsellor can be a specialist in any number of therapies, not therapy.
Yeah, but also providing a combination of different types of therapies, though, wouldn't it?
That's right. That's right. This recording, you have a question. Who is it? Bianca or Jeanette? Jeanette.
I have a question.
Go on.
In regard to the assessment, I haven't actually looked at this week yet, but in regard to the assessment, A says to demonstrate understanding of the influence of social constructivism on the development of narrative therapy model. But when you actually go through your process on the next page, it doesn't mention any of that. So it's my assumption then that paragraph 1, after your introduction paragraph, or that you make that your introduction paragraph about social constructivism on development of narrative therapy, and then you actually go into the rest of it.
Yes, I mean, narrative therapy is very much influenced by the social constructivism. So you would.
So in the outline, though, you've got in the outline for your assignment summary, it actually states that A is to talk about that. But when you go to the next page, it doesn't actually mention any of that in the process of what we have to do.
No, I know that. But I will.
So is it?
Go on.
So it's my assumption that we only speak about that in the introductory paragraph?
Yes, that's right, Jeanette.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because the influence of social constructivism on narrative therapy has been extensive.
Okay.
Great. Any other questions or comments from any of you?
Is it possible to sort of give us some tips on the sort of layout of the assessment? Say, not necessarily now, but you know,
presentation.
Presentation and structure.
Well, it's a good idea to be guided by the marking criteria.
Yeah.
So I marked your essay according to the marking criteria, which states that you have to look at the role in comparing the model, the narrative therapy model, with another model of counselling. You need to look at the comparisons of the two models. And you also need to look at the role of the client and the role of the counsellor and assumptions about change.
Yeah.
So all of these things need to be part of the construction, the presentation of your essay. So be influenced by the marking criteria.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Graham?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thanks.
Anyone else have any other that they'd like to bring in or questions that they'd like to ask?
I was just wondering if anyone's decided on what they're going to compare narrative therapy to, if they've thought of another therapy yet. I was thinking of using the Gestalt therapy,
Oh,
but
good.
that's pretty complicated, that one. But I was just wondering if anyone had any made up their minds yet or had ideas about what to compare it to, because it's almost like you've got two essays, one on narrative therapy and one on something else.
I know, it does look like, doesn't it? But I think comparing it to Gestalt therapy is a great idea.
Do you? Oh,
Yeah, I think
okay.
that's great.
Well, it's sort of similar in a way.
Yeah, there are similarities, definitely. Anyone else have any ideas for Gregory? On which...
I haven't even looked at it yet, Gregory. I'm sorry, but I would say that I would be doing something. I'd be
thinking CBT. I was thinking about I think it would just be a good mash together that you could really come up with some good things with it.
So you're going to compare narrative therapy to CBT, Bianca?
I think so. Yeah, I've half started it, like I said, but now that I'm reading over it, now that I've actually stayed in this unit a little bit longer and continued to read and stuff, I'm unsure, but I think I will stick to it.
Oh, good. That sounds great. So CBT and Gestalt therapy. Graham and Jeanette, have you got any ideas which ones you'd choose?
Probably CBT, possibly. I haven't
CBT as well, okay.
So probably CBT.
CBT is an interesting one because it's been well researched, and the evidence for its effectiveness is very compelling.
You've had a chance to CBT.
I don't know. I think I'd like to do something that's a little bit contradictory, I think.
Right.
I don't know. I haven't actually had a look at it yet. So as I said, I've only just quickly looked at it 10 minutes before this Zoom session.
Okay.
Maybe person-centered. I don't know.
Person-centered is a good one to do as a comparison because Rogers had a lot of similar ideas to White and Epstein.
Yeah.
Sorry, what one were you thinking about doing, Jeanette? Sorry.
Person-centered, off the top of my head, that's all. But I'd have to actually have a look at it to see.
Yeah. So, Tess, can we refer to CBT in our essay with shortening it to CBT?
Yep. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you have to. My understanding is you have to actually refer to it as cognitive behaviour therapy first, and then put the bracket CBT after, and then forever after. You call it CBT.
Right, I have started doing that, but I just wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah.
Considering the academic essay.
Yeah, no, that's right, Bianca and Jeanette.
Thank you, guys.
Can I ask everybody how far down the track they are? Because this is my first trimester and I've got 3 subjects.
Wow.
This is my second term in my second year, and I only do 2 units per term.
All right. I got 8 RPL, so that's why I've sort of started here. I'm already into this and year 2.
So Jeanette, the first term, are you?
This is my first term, yes.
First term, wow. And you're doing 3 units.
Yes.
Gosh.
And so far, so good. Touch wood.
Yeah. I mean, you're connecting well by doing all the activities.
I have to say, though, that I'm very much so with narrative therapy, and I hope my other teacher won't hear this, but I'm having trouble with positive psychology, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Done that last term.
What did you think of it, Bianca?
I enjoyed it. I actually marked really well in it. But I think it's just because I love positive everything. Like positive everything. I love the positivity that comes from everything, that you can make of everything.
Yeah, so I'm a very positive person, and I just don't know whether it's challenging me enough. I don't know.
It is. I felt the same at the start. I was like, oh, this is really just about being happy.
Yeah.
So maybe that is why I mark so well in it.
I'm a very happy person, so yeah. Oh well. Yeah, but I'm struggling with that one.
I can see where you would think it was a little bit like not challenging enough type thing.
Yeah. Whereas something like narrative therapies, it's my favourite, and I just get stuck into it every week. Sorry, Tess, but I do.
Oh, niggly.
No, I think that's great. Yeah?
I know motivational interviewing is not actually therapy, but is that usable or not?
Motivational interviewing is a therapy. It
is a therapy.
It is a therapy. It's alcohol.
I always thought it wasn't actually. Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I actually have experienced motivational interviewing quite a lot, sort of over the last few years.
Yeah,
I do have an interest in it, so I might actually go towards motivational interviewing.
That'll be fine, Graham.
Okay.
It's very commonly used with alcohol and other drugs.
Yeah.
Counselling.
I actually teach it myself to my students in.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, in alcohol and other drugs courses.
Okay, yeah. So it's a good therapy.
You must be in one of my other classes, are you, Graham? Are you in positive psychology?
Term.
Right. Are you doing any other subjects this term?
I'm doing counselling theories 1.
All right.
Yeah, this term.
Oh, so I'll see you on Friday then, Graham.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
See you then.
Have you got...
Yeah, I've just booked accommodation.
Bianca and Graham, have you got John Falcon for positive psych?
No, we've got Charity.
Isn't it Julia Stevens or something? Is that who we're talking about, like the lecturer?
The lecturer. Yeah. Who have you got?
Yeah, Julie Port Stevens, I think. Is it?
No, for counselling therapies 1.
Right.
Yeah, for counselling theories.
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear it's Julie Porter Stevens.
Charity for the Zoom session.
Oh, crikey, I don't know if we probably aren't even in the same class because I've got Julie.
Okay, unless she's in Melbourne.
Oh, no. I'm Sydney. Sorry, Graham. That's our bad.
Okay. Yeah.
That's our bad.
That's the solves that confusion.
Yeah, there you go. I was thinking, I don't know what's going on here.
That makes sense.
Well, then I won't see you Friday.
I have an unrelated question. We have a break in 2 weeks' time. There's a week's break.
Yeah.
So are we can still obviously work ourselves, and we'll be doing our assessments, etc. Are we still able to contact anyone at ACAP, or does everybody actually go
No, you can still contact anyone at ACAP.
holiday.
No, you can still contact anyone at ACAP during the break week. And I'll certainly be working during the break week, so you can contact me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
That's okay.
Are we able to have one-on-one Zoom sessions, or are we able to have more Zoom sessions if we have an issue?
Yeah, we can have
I
one
wouldn't
Zoom
mind another
session.
Zoom session.
Okay, we
Yep.
can have as many as you like. Usually,
So can we have
go on.
I was going to say, can we have another one before we actually put our assessment in? Is that what you're talking about, Bianca?
Yeah, just any time. I enjoy the Zoom sessions. I also think that every unit should be blended. I know that you can't, but I do love the on-campus days.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, but I can't do I wouldn't do it or like on campus blended. I feel like every unit should at least have one weekend at school.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
It's a bit hard for me. 10 hours away, so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm only 4.
Yeah, blended delivery has 4 synchronous sessions and a 2-day workshop, which some students really love. But not all students can make it. So I can have another Zoom session the week before this is due, which is the break week. Would that suit everyone?
Yep.
Great.
I'm good for that.
Another Zoom session in the break week. Is a Wednesday night a good time for you all?
Well, the Wednesday night only gives us 5 days before we have to turn it in. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, that's fine.
It does, yeah.
Yep, that's okay with me.
Okay, great.
I'm okay with that. I mean, I do work nights, but like it's no issue for me to duck into the office. I haven't had to leave tonight, so that's good.
That's good.
So that would be Wednesday the 12th?
Yes, your assignment's due on the 23rd, isn't it?
Yes.
So it'll be Wednesday. Hang on, I'll just have a look.
The 12th.
Wouldn't it be Wednesday the 19th? No, hang
July.
on. Wednesday the
break week is Monday the 10th through. That's the break week.
Okay, I'll make it Wednesday the 12th.
Is that okay with you guys?
Yep.
Because that gives us a full week and a half before we have to actually put the assessment in. So if we have questions that we want to restructure something, we still have time to actually do that.
Does that sound good to everyone?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Okay.
8 p.m. Tess?
8 p.m. Yep. Wednesday, July the 12th, 8 p.m. for narrative therapy Zoom session. Zoom session, right. I'm just writing that in my diary now.
Will you put out a Tess? Will you put out just a reminder in the discussion?
I will, Graham. I will.
Please. Thank you.
Yep.
Are you still there, Greg?
Yeah, Gregory.
Yes, I'm still here. I'll probably be okay for that day. I'm not quite sure yet.
Okay.
I hope you can make it, Gregory.
Yeah, I hope so. Tess, can I ask you if you've ever been to the Dulwich Centre at all over in Adelaide?
No, I haven't, and it's the only centre in Australia that is exclusively narrative therapy. I'd love to go. I'd love to go there sometime.
No, I just thought you might have been there. That's all.
No.
Interested to have it.
Would you like to go there, Gregory?
Yeah, I'm quite interested in it, really. So it's an interesting theory.
Yeah, it is.
I'd be interested to. I think they've got a pretty good website there, so
They
I think
have.
they've probably got a pretty good website there. Yeah. And I think the wife or the ex-wife of, I forgot his name. Somebody,
Michael
Michael
White.
still works there. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does. I think David Epstein. I think David Epstein doesn't work there anymore.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't know.
No, he doesn't work there anymore. He's exclusively over in New Zealand now. But yeah.
Right.
That was in one of your readings, actually, Tess.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, Nicola.
Hi, Nicolette.
Hi, sorry, we got distracted. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you, but we're almost finished.
I know, I just came, I thought you might be, and so I just came. It's school holidays, so it's been a bit, I've been caught off guard, so.
That's okay. Have you got any comments about the unit?
Oh, well, I'm enjoying it. It's interesting. There's a lot more depth to it than I imagined.
Right.
And yeah, it's just looking at everything. Yeah, not anything specific, no.
Okay. Have you got any questions about the assignment?
Can we choose any therapy?
You can. You can choose any therapy to compare narrative therapy to. Yeah. We've discussed that tonight, and we've got people doing person-centered therapy, Gestalt therapy, cognitive behavior therapy. So different therapies have already been discussed tonight.
Okay. And is this recorded?
It is. It is.
Oh, okay. So I can have a look at the recording then.
You can, Nicolette, yeah.
All right, that's great.
We're also going to another Zoom session.
Oh, sorry, you froze and I couldn't hear what you were saying.
We're also having another Zoom session on Wednesday, the 12th of July.
Okay, well, hopefully I'll make it to that one.
Okay, that'll be great, Nicolette.
Right, it looks like everyone's gone. I came on to say hi, and just in case you were...
Thank you.
I thought I'd come on and just see if you were still all there.
Thank you, Nicolette. That's great. I'm glad you did.
All right. Well, I might see you on the 12th of July then.
Great, Nicolette. Okay. No, you can stay on. Well, I'm just about to wrap up the Zoom session now. So, is there anything else that anyone wants to discuss tonight?
No, I don't think so. Have you had a look at the assignment, Nicola? Look at Nicolette?
Pretty good.
I've had a brief look at it. So yeah, why is that?
We were asking questions about it, that's all.
Oh, okay. So no, I haven't been able to prepare for this. I've just got way late. I was at work today and I've just got distracted because of the school holidays. It's made it a bit difficult.
Okay, that's it's been
so I guess if I've got any questions, I'll just email you.
You can always email or post to the discussion forum.
Yeah.
If you post questions to the discussion forum, then everyone can see them and respond. So it's a good way of the class interacting.
That's right, yeah.
So that'll be good.
No worries.
I'm just going to quickly say goodbye, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for...
Bye.
I'll talk to you on the 12th.
Okay, thanks, Bianca.
Bye.
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 Bye, Graham.
Bye. Yes, thanks very much.
Bye, Gregory. Bye, Graham.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, Jeanette. Thank you all.
Bye, Tess. Talk to you next time.
Okay, thank you, Jeanette.
Okay, bye. See you,
Bye.
Nicolette.
See you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye. So I'll go to then. Tess is not much because you've already talked about everything and you probably don't want to repeat it. Is that right?
Okay, Nicolette. I'll talk to you in the next Zoom session.
Okay. All right. See you then.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.